As you know, I frequently talk about pure awareness or pure consciousness. So I thought I'd give you a summary of what pure consciousness is. What is pure consciousness? Pure consciousness is the undifferentiated essence of consciousness, the undifferentiated essence of consciousness, a state of consciousness stripped of perceptions, filters, free from the overlays of thought, sensation, and identity. Unlike the everyday experience of awareness shaped by perception, pure consciousness or pure awareness is its raw, unmodified form. Raw, unmodified form. That is without content. Without content. It's an expansive, boundless presence that exists prior to and beyond the constructs of the conditioned mind. In this state, the universe as we know it, defined by brains, light waves, and other perceptual constructs, dissolves, revealing a reality that challenges our conventional understanding of existence. So, pure consciousness is consciousness without content. Consciousness without content. It is not the awareness of something such as sight, sound, or thought, but awareness as it is, unmediated, self sustaining, and independent of its expressions. Imagine a mirror without reflections. Its capacity to reflect remains, yet nothing obscures its clarity. So simple. A mirror which is not reflecting anything, although its capacity to reflect remains. In philosophical and spiritual traditions, this state is often described as the ground of all being, particularly in Advaita. Advaita refers to it as pure consciousness. Zen Buddhism calls it Rigpa, or simply presence. In modern mindfulness practices, it is also referred to as presence. It is not an experience in the usual sense, for experiences imply a subject perceiving an object. All experiences imply a subject experiencing an object, whereas pure awareness transcends this duality. This distinguishes it from ordinary awareness, which is always awareness of something, colored by perception and shaped by the conditioned mind. When we see a tree, hear a bird, or think a thought, awareness modifies itself into those forms, taking on the contours of sensory or mental phenomena. It's pretty simple to understand, I hope. Pure awareness, by contrast, is the underlying substrate, the silent, ever-present isness that is there always, whether there's perception or there is no perception. For example, even in deep sleep, pure awareness is marked by several defining traits, each highlighting its distinction from conditioned consciousness. Here they are. Number one, unconditioned. It exists free of the filters imposed by biology, culture, or personal history. Unlike perception, which is bounded by sensory limits, seeing only visible light, or cognitive biases, pure consciousness or pure awareness has no such constraints. It is also non-dual. In ordinary perception, there's a perceiver and perceived, a subject experiencing an object. Pure awareness collapses this divide, existing as a unified field where knower and known merge. It is neither I nor the other, but simply awareness itself. It's also timeless. Perception unfolds in time. Past memories, present sensations, future anticipations. Pure awareness, however, is beyond time, a stillness that contains all temporal experiences without being bound by them. It's also infinite, as I've said before many times. While perception is finite, limited to what the senses or mind can grasp, pure awareness is boundless, encompassing all possibilities, yet attached to none. Okay. To grasp pure awareness, contrast it with the conditioned perception that constructs our everyday universe. When we perceive light waves as color, it is actually a process that is still not understood because light waves themselves are experiences in consciousness. So, what is happening is awareness is always modifying itself into color, shape, form, perception, sound, sensation, fragrance, flavor, always filtered awareness structured in time. In pure awareness, such distinctions vanish. There is no red, there is no brain, there is no I, just awareness, unmodified and whole. So, if you consider sensory deprivation experiments in prolonged isolation, perception fades, no sights, no sounds, no touch to anchor awareness. Yet consciousness doesn't cease. It shifts sometimes into hallucinations, but often into a boundless state where boundaries dissolve. This is the experience in meditation. As thoughts and sensations quieten, awareness remains not as a void, but as a fullness, pure, unadorned being. And this is the real you. It is the source of all experience and ultimately the source of the universe. When pure awareness is our natural state, even though pure awareness is our natural state, underlying every moment, it's obscured by the constant churn of perception. So, in meditation, contemplative inquiry, mindfulness, asking, who am I, etc., these practices aim to peel back these layers. And in deep meditation, the mind settles and perceptions, thoughts, sensations drop away. What remains is not nothingness, but pure awareness, awake, alive, and yet free of form. This is a glimpse of ultimate reality, where the universe as a human construct falls apart, revealing what is before the mind's interpretations. So, this is what pure awareness is. And it isn't exclusive to rare states, it's present in the gap between our thoughts. It is the silence beneath the sound, the space where perception pauses. We overlook it because the conditioned mind rushes to fill it with constructs, naming, analyzing, perceiving. To rest in pure awareness is to stop this rush, allowing consciousness to abide as itself. There are huge implications of understanding this. If pure awareness is the unmediated essence of consciousness, then the universe, everything in the universe, brain, light waves, and everything else is a secondary phenomenon, a modification of this primal state. The cosmos we navigate is awareness shaped by perception, a human construct built on the scaffolding of sensory and cognitive conditioning. In pure awareness, this scaffolding collapses. No objects, no time, no separation. Just the infinite expanse of being, which is you. This doesn't negate the universe's apparent reality, but reframes it as a relative truth. The brain isn't the source of awareness. It's a tool, like a computer interface. It's a tool through which awareness expresses itself as perception. Light waves aren't out there, they're awareness manifesting as sight within human limits. In pure awareness, these constructs lose their solidity, revealing a reality beyond form, a oneness that defies description yet feels intimately familiar. So, in conclusion, my friends, this is the real you. Pure awareness is the silent foundation of all experience, the consciousness that modifies itself as perception to create the universe we know. It's not a state to achieve, but our ever present nature, obscured by the mind's constructs. When the perception fades away, whether through practices like meditation or just through what we call grace or in fleeting moments, then we recognize that an experience that the brain, light waves, and cosmos are actually expressions or modifications of this boundless self, which is you. And the universe as a construct in awareness is playing hide and seek with itself. Pure awareness is the game's end where the seeker and the sought are one. To explore it is to question not just what we perceive, but what we are, an inquiry that dismantles the constructed world and unveils the infinite within. So, my friends, when you access this by tracing every experience to its source, then you have arrived. Take care and let me know if this is useful.